It's another beautiful day here in Florida. About to dig these peanuts. We're officially done with our dry land peanuts. Got them out of the ground just in time because it is turning off super dry. But today's a very special day. We've got a, well, let me just walk over here and show you. Well, to start with, we've got a nice 8R280 tractor. Sweet, thank you, Flint AG. But behind this tractor, you will notice it is hooked up to the brand new AMADAS Bulldog digger. Super excited to try it out. We've got Josie from AMADAS. He's an engineer coming to help me get everything worked out. Make sure she's looking nice and pretty for you guys. Hopefully we make a cool video, everything goes well, and let's get started. All right, moment of truth. I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous. I've never drove a tractor this fancy before, and I've never used Green Star, and I've obviously never digged with a AMADAS digger, Bulldog. But anyways, we'll start it at 2, so I'll run 2 miles an hour. Oh, shit.
2 hours later.
All right, everyone, we're rolling. I got Mr. Josie in the cab with me now. Be honest, how's the day started?
You know, I've had better starts.
Yeah.
You know, nothing too out of the ordinary. After we got our initial settings dialed in, got depth right, got a few adjustments on the digger for your conditions. I think we're doing pretty good now.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with this tractor, and I went way too deep, way too quick. Wadded the digger up, got the chains all bound up, but thankfully Josie got it fixed. Almost lost a finger, but we're back rolling. What you thinking now? Looks pretty good?
I think so. We're doing a nice job, turning peanuts over good, getting dirt out like we ought to.
Yep. And you mentioned earlier the conveyor on this one is longer, so it gives it more of an opportunity to shake the dirt out?
Yes, it does. So you've got on average another, what is it, 4 or 5 bars of length up the conveyor. So.
All right, Mr. Josie, so right now we're running 2.9 miles per hour.
Yes,
and we've got a little handy dandy little digital readout here. Make sure that your chains are rolling the same as what your ground speed is.
Yes, sir. So,
Keithy, go ahead.
Yeah, that's it's not saying that's an ironclad rule there. That's just a good set point for you. You can adjust as you need to for your conditions.
So what is, and this is a loaded question, what is the perfect speed to dig peanuts? Would 10 miles per hour be too fast?
10 miles an hour is a little fast.
Okay, all right. So don't go 10.
Let's don't do that.
Okay.
Generally, I think with our diggers, say 2.7 to maybe as fast as 3.2.
Yeah, okay.
Just sort of depends on your variety and how mature they are. But normally that 2.7 to 2.9 is a pretty good sweet spot.
All right, well we're in the sweet spot because we're 2.9.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They're watching us, Josie.
Put on my tinfoil hat.
Yeah. Okay, we've got a little bit we got a little bit dug, and I'm gonna ask Josie over here what you should check after you dig for a little bit. Take it away.
All right, well, like any digger, if you're digging in some wet conditions, obviously you might have some buildup back here on the back end, so keep those inverter rotors clean. If you've never run an AMADAS digger, you notice we have poly discs back here instead of stamped sheet metal.
Yep.
So you don't have to worry about them getting worn and getting little knife edges back here, cutting off peanuts. To help prevent with the wear on these rotors, scattered around, there'll be some little self-tapping screws every so often in the end of the disc. And that is your sacrificial element. That bolt head would knock dirt off that might accumulate up in here.
Okay.
So you can just replace that screw every so often instead of having to wear out discs.
Nice. Is this the Russians? Do you know?
I think it is.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's fine. Of course, checking your drive chains. You know, your main chain coming down from your motor to your rear drive shaft, then going down to your inverter rotor.
Yep. Yep.
Check those. Check your chain tension after that first day or so of operation. Get that snugged up. This is a little different than your standard digger operation. There is no standard sliding take up like you're used to.
Right.
This, we have one main pivoting bar. You loosen this bolt, stick a crowbar or pry bar in a hole in this tube here.
Yep.
And you rotate this whole thing at one time and cinch up your chain.
I got you. So we got a little bit of grass.
Just a little bit up there. Other than that, you know, keeping up with greasing with your coulters and your inverter rotors, and
Yep.
that's pretty well.
Give it a once over and then she's good to go.
Yes, sir.
Also make sure your decals are still in good working order. Bulldog still looks good. Couple small bubbles, but I think we can rub those out.
I got you. As far as decals go, just one very key decal to watch.
Oh, yeah.
When you're initially setting your digger, got to get those inverter rods and those fenders set just right.
Yep. Is that your drone? I don't know who, why.
You two should have a staring contest.
Maybe we should. Get out of here. Get. All right, everybody. It is the next day. Let's head over and check on Dad and see how he's doing with the KMC digger.
Got this 8220 6-row KMC shaker. Everything's going good.
I can't remember, did I show you guys the Bulldog logo? Check this out. That logo screams, I'm about to dig up your peanuts and make you a record-setting yield. Everybody, day number 2 here with Jimmy Adams, the president of AMADAS. What do you think about the brand new Bulldog digger?
I'm super excited about it.
Yeah?
I hope you like it.
I do, I like it.
This is one of the units of our first production run. So these are actually built in our new plant in Albany, Georgia. And we've got a dozen of them out here running right now before we go into full swing production next year. So some of the key things about this is that you know, it keeps those same attributes that our previous model digger was really known for. Really takes the ground well, and also they save peanuts. You know, a lot of people, being where we are in the combine game, you know, people look really hard at any loss on the combine. It's just important to us. But
that's right.
There's a tremendous amount of loss that can happen at the digger. So we work really closely with.
Sorry, Mr. Jimmy, but is that your drone, or do we know?
I thought that was yours.
No, it's not. It's not mine.
Hey, go back to Tifton. Go back to Tifton.
Get out of here. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay.
So anyway, it's got a lot of the best attributes of our previous model. So the yield saving, which we work with Clemson and some other university folks about really doing like deep subsoil loss counts. So it saves more peanuts. It takes the ground well. But what we really improved on is making a uniform, really attractive windrow. So a tight, uniform windrow that's just consistent. You know, pass after pass. This thing is doing a beautiful job windrowing the peanuts.
Yep.
And then it's got the weight on it. We've taken some weight and moved it all forward towards the hitch. So that was the other thing, is we've always built a heavy machine, but also that made it a little bit harder to handle. So you got it on an 8,000 series tractor right now, but we ran a full season last year with this machine on a 7 series tractor. So a dual 7 handles this no problem.
Yep. So you don't have to have a powerhouse, huge tractor to run it. Smaller tractor will handle it just fine.
It will. The old one used to try to wheelie, you know, if you had our big machine on there. But so we did a lot of finite element analysis. So basically that's fancy term for using a powerful computer to look at every point of the frame of the digger with the loads applied and see where you need more steel or reinforcement and where you might have steel that's just adding weight, not strength. So we really optimized the design, moved what weight we had closer to the plows to help it take the ground. The inverter rods that we used to make and that you see out in the industry on all the other ones, typically it's usually at least 2 pieces of pipe or tube welded together with flat bar on one end as well. These are one piece. We spent a lot of time on the design and money on tooling so that we can make a one-piece tube inverter rod, and it's done on CNC equipment, super precise and repeatable. So you order this replacement rod, it's going to be exactly as this one is as it comes out of the factory. So every one of these machines that we've started so far, we've really had to make no adjustment when we go to the field. We got an optimized rod set up that when you bolt them on, you're going to be 99% of the way there. Another cool thing, since these are all done CNC and laser cut, you see the left side here, you see this notch? That's like a triangle notch on this side, one notch. There's a round notch on this side. The second one down has 2 round notches. The third has 3.
Hot diggity dog.
And so what it is, if you got a triangle notch, third one down, it's 3 notches, so it's easy. You pull it off, order that part, you know exactly where it goes without having trying to figure out it's some 6
which goes
part
where.
number. Yep.
So if you got a pile in your shop, you can easily know which one goes where instead of guessing and saying, oh, maybe this is the one.
Exactly, that's right. And then some of the other things we did was really looked hard at the geometry of how the material, you know, the vines and peanuts come off of the conveyor, and this transition back onto the fenders here. So you've got a nice transition piece here that allows adjustment of the fender and keeps that crop flowing really smoothly onto these poly inverter rotors. So that's a big difference too. These poly rotors last and last and last. You know, we have run the sheet metal rotors before that you'll see elsewhere in the industry.
Yep.
And as you know, a few seasons they're wore out and got to be replaced. We get a lot more life out of these.
Talk about the
Bulldog.
Bulldog logo. So what's the story behind the Bulldog?
It's an old basically trademark or brand of ours that I remember being a little teeny boy and having AMADAS, or it was Hobbs Adams Engineering, Bulldog digger t-shirts. Talking about back in the late 70s.
Okay.
So that was, you know, our first product as Hobbs Adams Engineering, which became AMADAS, was a peanut digger. That was really what we made our name on. We made a lot of them. So our digger trade name had always been Bulldog when we were really, you know, leading that market. And, you know, honestly, in the past, we've been so focused on combines that our market share slipped a lot in digger. So this is the Bulldog. We're back with a vengeance, and this thing is tenacious.
Okay.
It takes the ground like a bulldog, and it protects your yield like a bulldog.
I like it.
Yep.
All right, let's take a look at this windrow, why don't we?
Yeah, let's do it. All right, so the windrow is tight, uniform, and it looks good. I mean, it's just acre after acre, you're going to have just a really consistent, nice-looking uniform windrow that's be ready for harvest. The other thing that's been, you know, one of our little trademarks, let's say, to our machine is we've always run that high flotation V-tread. It's like a 7-ply heavy duty tire, but a lot of our customers, and we find the same, is if you pick the peanuts in the same direction you dug them, it does even better. So can you tell which way we were going when we dug these peanuts? Follow the arrow.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you pull into the end of the row on the combine, you head that way, and these peanuts are even going to pick a little bit better if you go in the direction of travel that the digger went. What else can I point out to you? Well, another thing you'll notice that's different, those folks that have run our diggers before, we had run a single large hydraulic motor that ran all 3 conveyors. We got a lot of requests to go to individual motors because it gave you an opportunity if you need to troubleshoot or you know, work on them, you can do it conveyor by conveyor. So what you'll notice is 3 individual, these are high quality hydraulic motors with QDs on them. So if you need to troubleshoot one, it comes with a QD set. You can unplug it and see what is going on with the other motors. And they're easy to change rather than having one uniform, you know, drive shaft across the whole back of the machine. So that's something that the customers ask for, and we've implemented it, and it's really done great.
And now we are in the cab, and Mr. Jimmy, talk about the new automated depth control. What's that all about?
Yep, so we've got automated depth control on this digger. It's going to be an option on any new Bulldog digger. The idea is to be able to take a mediocre or less than ideal operator.
Like Randy.
Like your brother.
Yeah.
As long as he can get it pointed down the road, turn on his guidance, and turn on the automated depth control, this thing is going to take care of the job of digging while you're going across the field. So basically what it's doing is keeping a consistent depth setting so you don't get too deep and get too much dirt up with your peanuts, or heaven forbid come up in hard dirt and then cut your peanuts off. So it reacts really quickly. You know, you and I have been watching this. One of the key features is it's using a hydraulic top link, so it changes the angle of attack of the digger and lets the plows go deeper, and then controls them with really very fine resolution. So you've got your interface right here on your screen in the tractor. Pulls up on there, you set your depth that you want to hit, and then it's going to maintain that the whole way across the field. You can bump it down or up a little bit if you need to, but you know, what we see with a lot of our customers is really it's often the most trusted or most senior person on the farm is who digs the peanuts, because it's so critical. So I think your dad does a lot of the peanut digging. I don't think there's any way he'd turn Randy loose out here.
No, I don't think that would ever happen. But maybe with this technology, he'd maybe think about it.
Well, that's the idea. I mean, as long as Randy wouldn't hit the pivot at the end, I think he could dig peanuts with this.
Can you press the letter A? That's what you got to do. Auto.
If you let him try this, make sure he knows how to push A, because if he doesn't, I know he'll make a darn mess.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'll make sure I sit down with him. Letter A, just press it, you're good to go.
Okay, good, good.
All right, we're getting close to the end, so we'll see what else we can get into.
Sounds good.
Dad and I just got done with our dig off, the KMC versus the Amadas digger. Both looks like they did a good job. I'm thinking the Amadas did a little bit better, but let's take a look at the peanuts and see what you think. All right, so we got the 6 rows here from the KMC, and we got the 6 rows from the Amadas digger. It does seem like the Amadas gets the rows a little tighter.
Both look good to me.
Both look good.
Amadas looks real good.
Amadas looks real good.
Yeah.
If you had to go back again, would you buy an Amadas digger or a KMC digger?
I would go with Amadas.
Okay.
Yeah. I go with Amadas.
You would, or are you just saying that?
No, I would try.
You would? Okay.
Yes.
All right. The first digger you got was a 2-row KMC digger.
KMC digger,
Right. And you and a lot of other farmers, you kind of stick with what you know.
Right. That's true.
So in 2021, we bought the KMC digger brand new.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But back then, we really didn't have the support from Amadas that we have now.
Right.
So if Jimmy Adams is watching this and they want to hook us up with a free Amadas digger, we're game.
Oh, we game all day long.
100%.
100%.
Yep. Get out of here. Well, everyone, that is a wrap on today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks to AMADAS Industries for letting us try out the new digger. Thanks to Flint for the awesome 280 8R tractor. It's ruined me. I don't want to get back on our 8330 or 8430. But yes, check out amadas.com. They're also on social media, and appreciate you guys watching. Yet again, Jesus loves you. Keep it in the field row. See ya. Bye.
FarmFocus.com